A Washington, D.C. think tank has launched an initiative to support the pro-life efforts of Senator Tommy Tuberville. The Heritage Foundation started an online petition in support of the senator's pledge to fight the Pentagon's taxpayer-funded abortion policy. The Alabama Republican says that he will not move forward on promotions for military officers until the abortion policy is revisited. We go now to Roger Severino, the Vice President for Domestic Policy at the Heritage Foundation. He is also the former director of the Office for Civil Rights at the Department of Health and Human Services. Roger, great to be with you today. First off, talk to us about why you decided to launch this petition to support Senator Tuberville and what has been the response so far.
It's because courageous actions like Senator Tuberville have to be supported. He is standing alone in some cases to say that we are against the wokeification of the United States military. That's what it comes down to. He's standing up courageously to say, you know what, we have to take a break from the wokeification, make sure we get back to fighting and winning wars. We are fighting for American principles abroad and to protect our freedoms at home, not about abortion on demand and subsidizing it through taxpayer dollars. And his courage is contagious. Now you have other senators that are stepping up and saying, yes, that's right, we're going to stand with Senator Tuberville. And we're going to make sure that the Heritage Foundation has his back and the American people have his back. We have thousands of service members and veterans have signed his petition saying that, in fact, he's taking the right stand. We need to protect our military, get back to the business of the military, fighting and defending wars, and get away from this wokeification. That's a simple message that the American people support, including members of the military.
And Roger, there are many Democrats and actually even some Republicans like Senator Mitch McConnell who say that Senator Tuberville's stance is really having a negative impact on national security. Your thoughts on that?
It's false. The generals are in place currently. Readiness is not at issue. In fact, readiness is at stake because young men and women are not being attracted to the military anymore. And it's because of these impositions of these social policies that are out of step with the American people, right? They're not being attracted. We have a recruitment gap for the first time in a long time in our military, and that needs to be addressed. And we've had generals step forward and say, this is the right thing to do. General Boykin signed the letter. Our own Lieutenant Colonel Jim Carafano has stepped forward and said, enough is enough. We need to reverse the course in the military for the long term. And this short-term pain is being manufactured by, frankly, the Senate Democrats who are holding this up, because all we need to do is make sure that they step forward and say there is no authority to fund abortions or even protect DOD doctors who are performing abortions in pro-life states, to indemnify them from criminal liability. That is not the military's job. Let Texas law be Texas law to defend life, and let the military return to do what it does best.
And Roger, how do you see this all playing out? I mean, do you think it's possible that the Pentagon could reverse course on all of this?
Oh, they absolutely could. But let's be clear, this is being driven by the leadership at the White House. This is a White House Biden plan. He said after the Dobbs decision, he's going to pull out all the stops and look under every rock and cranny to figure out a way to push abortion on the American people. It's massive resistance against the best Supreme Court decision of a generation. And it just shows that this administration is in the pocket of radical forces that are pro-abortion and is willing to risk the future of our military. And that's what this is about. They need to back off and let the military get back to doing its job and not let abortion politics override the military mission. And that's what's going on.
Roger, we have about a minute left or so, but final thoughts.
Sure. This is a broader assault on the right to life. We saw that the Biden administration pushed the Veterans Administration, the VA, to actually become an abortion clinic. Again, for the first time ever, contrary to clear black letter law, they have found a way to try to get around it through the regulatory process to say, we're going to allow the VA to start doing abortions. And now we have to have Congress step up and defund the VA's ability to become an abortion clinic. Our service members didn't fight abroad to defend our rights under the Constitution to create abortion on demand at the VA. That's just entirely backwards. But again, it just goes to show that this administration is hell-bent on pushing abortion politics everywhere, including on our veterans and including in our military, and Congress has to push back.
And we're going to leave it right there. Roger, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate your insights.
Thank you.